Bi-coastal. Good morning, Alwyn.
Good morning.
Scott Drennan, good morning.
Good morning.
Allison Mulkey, good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
Well, good morning, John.
Is that Santa Claus?
That's Santa Claus.
I
How
see.
are you today?
How did you get that? How did you get that address? I love that.
Well, I heard you were having a sales meeting today, and I wanted to thank all the good agents that have been on the good list.
I love it. I love it.
You were right up on top. And you know
Oh,
what?
good. No cold for me this year, right?
It was almost a perfect 100%. But if it wasn't for John Batia, we would have had all the agents on the good list.
This I understand.
That's right.
Do we get to see you or just hear you?
Oh no, you don't see me?
Oh,
We see you, Santa.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
Oh,
Okay,
John,
great.
there he is.
There he is.
Oh, there we
oh,
go. Now I'm seeing Santa.
That's hysterical.
What gardening tools does Santa Claus use?
Well, I used my ho ho ho.
Ho, ho,
Scott, we're gonna have to get control of this quick. It's
I
going
can
south.
see that.
It's going
Yeah.
south very fast.
Usually it doesn't unravel quite this quickly. So
I see a little elf behind you, Santa.
Well, yeah, we've got all my elves and everything.
Oh, there's Scott, the
Yeah.
elf.
So listen, I just wanted to stop by and wish everyone a Merry Christmas and good luck with this new year.
Thank you, Santa.
Thank you, Santa.
Bye.
Hysterical. Was that
Love it.
Jerry?
Of course. Who
That
else?
was Santa.
Who else?
Don't burst the bubble. It was Santa.
Yeah.
Where did I got that address?
Well done. Well done.
Well, team, let's get started. And I won't be long because we've got kind of a special announcement today and some training later on this afternoon for some state-of-the-art, cutting-edge new lead generation that we're all very excited about. But I just wanted to wish you a warm holiday greeting and hope that each of you spend some quality time and savor every moment with your family and friends. I believe that many of you will have your best year ever in 2023 as inventory loosens up, sellers become more reasonable, and your skill set and marketing prowess is needed. I'm excited to watch you blossom this coming year, within our supportive agenting platform, which we live night and day to make your life better and make you more productive. So that's it for me. I just want to wish you guys really a fabulous holiday season, and I'll turn it over to Scott right now to talk about the what exactly is happening in our market. Let's drill down on the data, Scott.
I better turn on my camera. I realized I was guy hiding out there. Good morning, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Boy, it's going fast. Here we are, Tuesday, Christmas Eve, Saturday. Crazy. So I still have some getting ready to do, but that's kind of normal for me. But Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah. Hanukkah to our wonderful broker, Sharoni in Arizona. And those of you that are celebrating Hanukkah as well. And John, you're right. We're going to be set up for a real opportunity next year, which sounds a little bit funny because we've been hearing about decline. But let me give you some perspective on our market and how we're ending up the year. We've seen pendings not decline as fast as normal this time of year. Anybody have an idea as to why? There's a very clear reason why. And some of you, I'm sure, would already know. But we've seen interest rates decline. Wasn't that many weeks ago? We hit a high of 7.3% on rates. Rates this morning are down. They've been down into the low sixes. This morning, rates are at 6 even. And that is absolutely a big deal. And looking ahead to next year, a lot of anticipation of a more formal recession. We have these economic rough waters, but guess what happens in recessionary times with interest rates? They go down every time. So I'm really intrigued. I think that we're going to see that dynamic into the new year. Rates have come down to the point that pendings have been stronger than expected at the end of the year. What we have is a very solid balanced market. And here's why I want you to be encouraged as far as predictable demand into the new year. And we talk about this all the time, that everybody lives somewhere and change is happening in everybody's life every day. So there is that demand just because of life happening. But beyond that, we are not in a position that we're going over a cliff in 2023. And there's a lot of specific reasons for that. And you need to know some of these sound bites to give confidence to your clients. Interest rates are one. Very likely rates will continue on a decline into the new year. And that we'll look back and say, hey, we saw a spike in the fall, later 2022. And from that, rates have come down. Look at the national picture. John mentioned inventories come up a little, and that helps us. Southern California numbers were around 25,000 active listings, which is a little more than we had a year ago, right? But here's the thing. Our 3-year average prior to COVID was 40,000 active listings. So from a supply and demand standpoint, we're not even close to moving toward an imbalance where it would be a strong buyer's market because supply and demand imbalance. Not even close. In fact, take that bigger to a national perspective. Right now, we have about 1 million active listings nationally. Again, a little more than we had a year ago, but my gosh, nothing near the 3-year average prior to COVID. We should have at least 1.5 million active listings. And looking back historically, when we did have an imbalance, supply and demand, we had 3 pushing 4 million active listings nationally. So see, these numbers give perspective. And, it's that struggle of, we do have lower demand right now, but we've got significantly lower supply than we've seen historically. And that perspective is really important. Now, you're hearing a lot of information on, oh my gosh, next year is going to be the wave of foreclosures and da-da-da-da-da. Look, you've got to know the numbers. You know that delinquency filings right now are still around a 60-year low that we reached this year. And there's a reason for that. The reason we're not seeing delinquencies is because the vast majority of the people in this country that have a loan, and there's a huge percentage that don't have a loan on their house at all. But for those who do, over 90% of them have at least 10% equity. So nobody's going to get foreclosed on if they have enough equity to sell their home. That's why delinquency rates are at a 60-year low of 2.7, 2.8%. It's nothing. So these are all really, really important statistics and sound bites that you want to have, because you can pass them on to your potential customers or clients already, so that they have perspective and confidence that they're not buying into a market that's going to go off a cliff like we saw in the Great Recession caused by the subprime meltdown. Oh, and that's another statistic you need to have, is that people today have all qualified for their loan. Nobody got a bogus loan. Everybody that has a loan today has qualified for that loan. See, these things help bring the picture into clear view and perspective that we have a market that is settling some in price, and that's fine in light of the insane appreciation, especially the last few years prior to the last half of this year. But we are not going over a cliff. In fact, nationally, our average home prices are above where they were a year ago, year over year. So keep that perspective. California, we've declined some, 5 to 8, maybe 10% some areas. Next year, we're going to see a little more settling on price, but that's a completely different scenario than going over a cliff and this impending doom, which is not there. And team, Your clients are looking for this perspective. They're looking for real information that they can make solid decisions on, and you be the one to give it to them. So there's our picture. And I've been talking about this just with Southern California numbers. Here we are at the end of the year, the lowest number of sales for the whole year in Southern California. Do you know that we have well over 16,000 transaction sides in escrow right now, the end of the year? There's your perspective. Then this is the worst case scenario. As we get into the new year, it starts to build. That's the yearly cycle. But even now, there are a lot of transactions happening. And again, these statistics will give you ammunition to help a potential client with perspective. And everybody's looking for it. And they're rattled because they read an article and they see this and this report and someone says this and they don't know what to think. But the statistics show us that we have a market that is not at risk of unraveling. It is not going over a cliff. And if you can provide this valuable information to your clients, you have great value to them. So there we go. I tell you, when rates went over 7, I was really concerned about where we were going, but this has just been a great end of the year trend to see rates settle back down. And I hope this is helpful. As always, we can continue these conversations all the time, talking about the market, what's going on, and of course, contextualizing it to any of your client-specific situations. But when you're armed with facts and real data from the market, you're very valuable to your client. So I'm loving it. And you know, John, I didn't want to really go into anything else today because we're excited to be talking about and introducing Sell Whenever. So that's the market update for me.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Mike Taylor.
You know, I just want to share one thing, okay? Just one thing today, and those of you who know me will know why. And this is a quote: "Get the fundamentals down and the level of everything will rise." That's a quote by Michael Jordan. And whether you're playing basketball, football, real estate, law, accounting, manufacturing, it doesn't matter. If you get the fundamentals down, your success will rise. So I would encourage everybody to continue to get those fundamentals down. And as Scott says, part of those fundamentals is actually understanding the truth of our market, not the rumor, not the speculation, not the hope, not any of that stuff, but the actual truth. And the numbers will set you free. They will absolutely tell the story. So have them at your fingertips. Carry the story out there because it's up to us. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy everything. And keep up the great work.
Thank you, Mike. Lauren.
Hi, everyone. I just quickly wanted to make it pretty short and sweet today. I do send an email about this once a week, but we do have listing presentation boxes that are now available here at the office. We have both black and white available. So this is where you can put sample marketing materials in there, your listing presentation, or a magazine. Elevated magazine would look awesome in there as well. It's a great thing for you to keep in the back of your car, just in case you meet a potential client. It's always just a great talking piece to have. So if you're interested in ordering one, please email me. My email is lauren@agentinc.com. And then secondly, our holiday orders deadline is ideally today by end of day. We have been getting a lot of holiday orders. So that's those e-cards or a postcard. Whether you're sending out a postcard for the beginning of the year, kind of welcoming 2023, or if you're looking for a customized holiday e-card, please send that over to me. Ideally, again, today by end of day. My email is lauren@agentinc.com. And I'm going to pass it over. Sorry, Jerry, I'm going to skip you really quickly and pass it over to Dylan, who will pass it on to you right after. So Dylan is Agent Mortgage.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Merry Christmas. We're just super excited to be going into the new year pretty strong, and just everything is moving well over here at Agent Mortgage. I won't take up too much time, but Scott hit the nail on the head. We are so happy to be back into the low sixes and even high fives in some scenarios, which is just great news on the mortgage side. We definitely saw a bit of a slowdown there for a little bit, and we're back into full swing. Buyers that I had pre-qualified are, being able to push those pre-qualifications back up. So make sure that you're getting up-to-date information. If your buyers have not been pre-qualified since this recent rate drop, give us a call. Let us help them get that pre-qualification back up. A lot of buyers that we had, pre-qualified at 1.5 million ended up coming down to $1 million, and now we're able to get them back up to 1.2, 1.3. So don't miss out on that opportunity to push that up and expand that search for your buyers. Help them get them into those homes that maybe they were missing out on before. So definitely give us a call on that. We want to help you guys get into escrow just right after the first of the year, right? Let's start the year strong. We have so many different products. If you haven't called us for cross qualifications on your listings or just a second look for those pre-quals, please give us a call. We're free, right? We're really here to make you guys look good. And so I just want to make sure that you guys know we're here for you. Have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, since we won't see you before then. And everyone, we look forward to a successful 2023. I think it's going to be really good as these rates continue to stabilize. So let us know if you need something.
Thank you, Dylan. Thank you,
Thanks,
Patty.
Dylan.
Hey, what happened to Santa Claus?
I don't know. I saw him earlier and he was quite jovial, but it appeared like he needed to get some work done. So
He sounds a lot like you, Jerry.
you think so? Well, hey, everybody. And I just want to thank everyone for what a terrific year. We have a couple of quick things and then we'll pass it off to sell whenever. First one is that our training program is resulting in some real activity and some real listings. And I'm just real proud of everybody that's participated. We're going to be finishing up next week with the current sessions that we're running right now. And they are in two phases, two different sessions. One is for the beginning intro to really teach you the basics of commercial real estate and the tools that are available and the resources and the differentials on why agent commercial. And then the second part, the second phase of training gets involved in actually deploying what you're learning and applying it so that you can actively go out and market to get listings. And I'm really proud that our first team that came through is now resulting in active listings. I'm very, very happy with them. And the second group that has come on this year in the basic classes, they're getting ready to graduate to the actual marketing. So terrific job for all of those. We're going to start the next sessions of classes January 9th. So we're going to give everybody a week or two off. But in the meantime, any questions any of our agents have, or if you have an opportunity, you don't need to go through classes to talk about them and to try and convert those into real business for you. But I think that these classes are going to give you the great background and confidence to be successful in 2023. The other thing I just wanted to touch on is we had talked several months ago about pending legislation for the city of Los Angeles. I know we're now throughout the Western United States and Florida, but I think it's an important item to watch. It's called ULA, and it did pass. And what ULA does is any real estate property, whether it's residential or commercial, that's sold over 5 million will be tacked on an additional tax of 4% on every transaction. That's both the buyer and the seller. So it's a 4%. That's like a double listing on this that's going to affect people. So this starts January 1, but the actual tax doesn't go into effect for another 6 months. So even though it's in law, it doesn't enact until June. And so you want to be carrying on this conversation to people through the beginning part of the new year about if you are planning on selling, and you're in the Los Angeles County, this tax goes towards feeding the homeless and to housing the homeless. So, you know, it's mixed about how they're going about it and picking on real estate, but just know, and it's kind of a wealth tax. But the fact is that this is coming. It's no turning it back unless it gets turned back by the courts, which I don't see happening. So 4% for every property after 5 million. And if it's over 10 million, it's an additional 1.5. So it's 5.5% extra tax on real estate transactions, which means people are going to be moving out to Arizona, Texas, San Diego, north of Los Angeles. There's a lot of transactions that are going to take place over the next 6 months. So keep an eye on it, and happy to update you if you have any questions regarding that. That's all I have.
Jerry, under that legislation, who's responsible to pay for it? Is it negotiated between the buyer and seller, or is it a seller or buyer's obligation?
It's primarily a seller's obligation.
Okay.
But it could be a point of negotiation and affect buyer and seller. So
yeah, either way, it'll affect price.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Gary, this is LA County, correct?
LA County. The other thing to note is when we were going through some examples of multifamily real estate that was on the market, we went through quite a few examples, and I'm here to tell you with interest rates and various other factors, the sellers are starting to wise up, and they are looking and changing their cap rates to 5%, which is driving prices down, but it is moving transactions forward. And as Dylan said, some of those rates are starting to normalize now. And historically, 5+, 6% is not a bad rate for investors. So be aware of that. Keep on the news. If you see anything that you want us to be aware of, please let us know. But the market is responding and reacting, and there are more listings on the market as a result. And that's all I have. Thank you, folks, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. I really love everyone. You guys have been so terrific to work with. So thanks so much. John, great, amazing company you've built with the executive team. Thanks so much.
Well, it's definitely a we. It's not me, it's we. It's an incredible team we have at agentinc. And so, Scott, I'll turn it back to you to introduce our guest today.
Well, fantastic. Allison, thank you for being with us. Are you the next person to start the introduction, or should I call on Brandy? We're excited to have you both with us today.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we appreciate you guys inviting us and having us as a guest to your meeting today. I will actually turn it over to Brandy, as she is she's our trainer here with Sell Whenever, and she just has a wealth of information and will be able to cover everything very quickly. So
thank you all.
Hi, Brandy.
Hi, thank you all for having us. We appreciate being invited into this meeting, and we're incredibly excited about the number of agents from agentinc we have registered for our training this afternoon at 1. And I saw that link come up in chat just a few moments ago. So that's excellent for any of our agents that haven't already registered for that meeting. Definitely, we'd love to see you at 1 o'clock. And we're going to introduce the agentinc loyalty program powered by Sell Whenever. So this is your loyalty program that's going to help you convert more leads. It's going to help set you apart in the market. agentinc is our partner in the state of California. So a really awesome opportunity here for your agents to really be first in the market with this loyalty program product. So that's great. And of course, the big piece of it, building that, book of future listings. So these are going to be guaranteed future listings for your agents there. So really, really an awesome product. And we're incredibly excited to be working with you guys at agentinc. And I hope to see you back at 1 o'clock.
Well, Brandy, take a minute or two and just give everybody an overview as to what the Sell Whenever program is, because most of the
Sure.
people on our meeting today have, this is all brand new. They have no understanding yet of
Yeah.
what the concept is and how it works. So take a few minutes and give us all an overview.
You got it. You got it. So we offer a loyalty program product where Sell Whenever has partnered with Agent Inc. to bring this loyalty program to your clients in your market. And what we do is we here at Sell Whenever, we're providing your buyers, your past clients, homeowners that are in your sphere with an upfront loyalty rewards payment in exchange for their commitment to use your listing services in the future. So we're helping build this relationship, this long-term relationship between agents and homeowners, so that they know that they have these listings that they can count on for the future. So other agents are not going to be able to effectively, market to those homeowners. Those future listings are secured to your agents. And, it really helps with, that loyalty issue, right? This is something that we as agents work really hard at, right? Trying to stay in front of our clients, trying to stay in front of our sphere, stay in front of, our past book of business to bring them back to us in the future, right? We spend a lot of marketing dollars and a lot of effort trying to stay in front of our past clients, in front of our sphere. But the reality is, right, only about 20% of an agent's past clients will ever use them again in the future. And we know NAR tells us every year, right, that 90% of our clients are really happy with the service that we provide them and would love to work with us again, but only that small fraction actually do. So with this loyalty program, we're really kind of plugging that hole, bringing those past clients back to you by securing them in the loyalty program.
And so the benefit, the thing that causes the seller to make that commitment in the form of an actual contract to list
Yes.
with us in the future is what?
Yes, so it is a contractual obligation. You've got that exactly right. So that is the work that we're doing for your agents, is we're actually creating that contract. We're monitoring that contract, we're monitoring the property and making sure that, that they live up to that contract and that contractual obligation that they've made to use your listing services in the future.
Yeah, and team, the reason the seller is excited to make that commitment is because Sell Whenever is fronting them money. I mean, there's a message going to the consumer that we can deliver to the consumer about this good news and this opportunity, that they can literally receive a couple $1,000s from the Sell Whenever company just for the opportunity to be introduced to you, an agent that that they're going to be comfortable with and want to work with in the future. Sign an agreement because they're being in essence compensated in advance. And when I first heard about this last year, I was thinking, hey, a couple $1,000s that every homeowner would love to improve their home and put on a patio cover. Now I'm thinking those homeowners are saying, I need a couple $1,000s to pay for Christmas dinner and put some gas in my car. So, I mean, maybe it's a bigger incentive now because of just the reality of the economic times. But what a great concept. I know that we're brand new in California. You do exist in Texas. And I heard that there's an agent in Texas that literally has 500 contracts in a drawer for future business.
Yes.
Introducing this opportunity to the consumers who said, yeah, I can use a couple $1,000s and, happy to commit to working with an agent that I like whenever, there is not a time frame where the homeowner is not bound to sell by a certain date. And when we first heard about this, we were really intrigued and excited, thinking, hey, this is a new approach that is virtually unknown. And I know you're open in Texas and I believe Florida at this point.
Yes, you got that right.
And
Yeah.
it's brand new, but now brand new to California. And we would love to continue this alliance that we're creating in California and grow with the Sell Whenever company and concept as it grows into different states. So gang, you are one of the first in California to hear about the Sell Whenever concept and opportunity. And we're going to dive into details today at 1 o'clock. There's still time to sign up for that training if you'd like to. And we're super excited. And gosh, I mean, this, to us, this has such tremendous benefit on many levels. And we're very excited to partner with you and make this just a huge success all the way around for the consumer, for Sell Whenever, for agentinc. So the journey begins today at 1.
Brandy, I just have one quick question, if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course, go for it.
Will these contracts be applicable to commercial real estate, multifamily, retail, that type of thing?
So we can do multifamily. I'll actually have to get with my team and see if we've got a product that would be applicable to true commercial. So the 1 to 4s on the multifamily, those we can do. And yeah, let me get with my team and get you a firm answer on the commercial. We do have some parameters for qualification for the program, but most properties we can take into our program.
Terrific, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I'll just do one more little piece, and that is that yeah, we can even get your buyers enrolled. So we were talking just a few moments ago about our interest rates, kind of keeping your pendings up there in California. And, we're expected to, see that perhaps trend even a little bit lower as we head into next year. So we can actually, even as you're working with buyers, help them get enrolled in your loyalty program once they're in pending status for their new home. So as soon as they close on their new home, we fund their loyalty rewards payment. And whenever it is down the road that they're ready to sell that home that you just helped them purchase, you'll be there to provide listing services to them. So pretty neat program all the way around.
Well, it really is. And we're excited to learn about all the details and be ambassadors for this program. And again, for our agents, the concept is an opportunity to present a payment to consumers based on their commitment to work with us down the road when they sell. And then with that, we will be paying, there is a referral fee to Sell Whenever when that sale eventually happens. So a great concept. Learn more about it today at 1 o'clock. The journey begins. And thank you, Brandy and Allison, for being with us this morning.
Yeah, appreciate y'all having us. So we'll sign off, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody at 1.
Very
Yes,
good.
absolutely. We're gonna have a full house. So
I hope so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
take care.
All right, who's next on the agenda? Or questions about Sell Whenever? Mike, any comments?
No, I just say, I think anytime that you have a mechanism to put future business in line and on the shelf, I think it's phenomenal. And I would encourage and say that anybody will have the opportunity to open up new markets just by making this program available to people they haven't even talked to. And I just think it's a phenomenal tool for farming, for opening up communities, for again, putting new business in line when they decide to sell. There's no pressure, but when they have life changes and they go to sell, that they've signed a contract and have an obligation to list with us. So I think it's a great program. It's the best I've seen.
Very interesting. Yeah, we're excited about it.
And Scott, I think it's worth mentioning too, the here and now benefit of an agent getting one of those contracts signed. Can you expound on that?
Yeah, so sorry, say that again. I'm not sure.
Just as these contracts get signed, isn't there an immediate cash benefit to the agent who refers that business in?
Yes, and I don't know exactly what that is, but someone ever's been talking about including an advance in your commission at the time that a consumer signs the contract, which is kind of interesting too. So not only does the consumer benefit getting a couple $1,000s up front, but the agent can benefit by getting a small advance.
Can make money. Yeah, can make money tomorrow, as fast as tomorrow. So I think that's really cool.
Very innovative, and
yeah,
I can see the success of this program. I mean, let's face it. Right now, there's so much scramble out there that you look at the population at large and take the percentage that could really use a couple $1,000s. It's a probably a much higher percentage than we might be thinking, and absolutely no downside for that homeowner other than they're committing to work with us when they sell their home. So I'm excited to dive into all the details at one today. And John, we have not received any details yet from them on what that commission advance to the agent will look like. So maybe we'll have more of that information today at one as well. This is all brand new. They just got licensed as a corporation in California literally days ago, a week ago. So we're all in on the ground floor.
Thank you. Well, is there anybody left in our lineup today?
Good morning, everyone. I just want to say, I just want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone, and looking forward to 2023. Just some reminders. We have John's 40-day of farming starting on January 30th. We are skipping December because it's the day after Christmas. So please join John. If you're interested in the online version, reach out to me. I can help you with enrollment, and you can start taking the online version of 40 Days of Farming. And then look for the schedule. We have mortgage twice a month in 2023, starting in January, and we have agent care. So look for every Monday, I'll post a link to the calendar so that you can block off all of our training that we have for 2023. So again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Holidays to everyone.
It's the training's going to be robust. And just a quick note on Mike's comments earlier on the fundamentals. Gang, this is where we rise or fall. I mean, really, I don't care about the market statistics. I don't care unless I'm personally engaged in doing business. It just depresses me more than it motivates me, because I don't want to hear about all the business that other people are doing. I want to be in the game doing business, and that's fundamentals. So take a look at that, and do not wait for training sessions to engage and have conversations about what you need to do fundamentally to get in the game now. I interviewed Fred Wilson last Wednesday, and he's so clear on seeing the opportunity that's out there, and we all need to. In fact, Fred's been busy writing a book and working on his training programs and all. And he said, in all honesty, I haven't done any business this month, and I've been working on other things. But he said, I'm going to go back into my talking to people mode tomorrow, which would have been Thursday last week. And he said, I know that between now and the end of the year, I'll have $40,000, $50,000 in escrow. And I love that mindset. I love that certainty. I love that belief. And it's the truth. It's the truth for all of us, but we want to help you have that same story, because it all comes down to your own personal production and where you are. So don't miss the opportunity to continue to engage with any of us as far as where you are. In fact, Monday morning masterminds, we're talking about the specifics of what you personally can add to your business plan in a way that's right for you, because there's a lot of people miserable in this business because they're not working the activities that are right for them, and therefore they're depressed. They don't believe it's going to work, and who wants to work with a depressed person? Nobody. I was talking to Mike earlier. I'm changing my primary care doctor because it's become such a nightmare to communicate with anybody. I go, bad experience, I'm getting a new doctor. Well, it's the same with real estate. And we have an opportunity to structure something so you're legitimately excited about your own personal journey, apart from the company journey, apart from the market, macro, everything going on. It's really about you and your personal game and your personal journey. And so just know that you're not going to fail on our watch because we didn't have an interest or time or something to help you. That's never going to happen. But it's a two-way street. So, come on, let's talk about this. Don't hide. Don't wait till next year. This is an amazing opportunity for us to be set up to move forward in a big way next year. And so we appreciate all of you. Congratulations for many that, like John said, have had the best year they've had and are going to continue that momentum into their another best year in 2023. And, we love you all. We consider it such an honor to be on this journey with you. And our belief is insane as to what we can accomplish, not just next year, but continuing to move forward. But we want everybody participating in that success. So there we go.
Warm
John?
wishes, everyone.
All
Have a
right.
great holiday week and enjoy, and we'll see you very soon.